Hey everyone, and welcome to the Nostalgia Effect. I'm Amy. To my right is Joe. And
hey, what's up? No, that's terrible. Hello, everybody. That's more me.
And to my other right is Johnny.
What up?
That's very Johnny.
That is very Johnny.
Yeah.
And this is our first episode, and we are going to be talking about Hocus Pocus, one of our favorite Halloween movies from our childhood.
Not my favorite.
Ooh. Conflict early
Hold
on.
on.
I mean, I feel like, you're taking a bold stance speaking for all of us. I mean,
Okay.
the movie's fine, but
Okay.
it's not my favorite.
But before we get into talking about Hocus Pocus, we're going to start a little segment called Talking Trailers and Stuff.
All right. Well, Amy, I think you probably have some stuff you want to talk about.
Yeah, what kind of stuff you want to talk about, Amy?
Well, for this one, I was going to talk about the trailer. It is a trailer. I'm going to talk some trailers.
Okay.
Talking trailers.
It's kind of topical.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen every time, but for this one,
So it's topical means you're going to put it on an infected area?
exactly.
Boo!
I'm going to talk about the trailer for the Chilling Tales of Sabrina. The new
Oh, that
Netflix
was a good
yeah.
trailer.
show.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually seen the trailer.
You haven't seen the trailer?
No, but I think I saw
Well,
a
'cause there's, like-
teaser or something.
Yeah, there's like two. There was like
Yeah.
a teaser, and then there was like the
There's a
full one.
trailer.
And it
Yeah.
looks the bit that I remember looked really cool. It looked
Yeah.
kind of like Sabrina with some teeth.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's like
Yeah.
way different.
It's like
Yeah.
super dark. It's based on it's based on a comic book called The Chilling Tales of Sabrina, and it's a darker version
Interesting.
of the Sabrina comic book.
I thought it was just a TV show, and then everything that came from it was
Well, the movie was inspired. There was a movie that came before.
Was it Sabrina the Teenage Witch? The
No.
movie?
Yes, the movie.
There
The
was a
movie was Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I don't remember.
I don't know about that.
because if there was only some mass repository of all of the collected human knowledge to
if
double
you
check.
nobody knows.
So, yeah, because I thought it was a TV show on TGIF, which I watched.
I
when I was
watched.
little.
Yes.
And
Yep,
then
everybody watched that.
and then
No, it is based off. She was right. It's based off of the Archie Comics of the same name.
really.
But there
Yeah.
was also a movie that was spun off that stars Melissa Joan Hart. Ryan Reynolds plays Harvey Kinkle
In the movie?
in the movie.
When did the movie come out? Like after the show?
Before it came out before 1996. The show started in 1997.
No, the show started in 1996. I'm looking at it right now. I got it right here. Okay, so the unofficial pilot of the series was the 1996 TV movie Sabrina the Teenage Witch. In April, the movie was produced by Viacom and it aired on Showtime, starring Melissa Joan Hart.
Whoa.
Thank you.
And then there
Thank
was
you,
the TV
Wikipedia.
show on TGIF.
Yes, TGIF. I remember
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Anyways, back
Colonel
to
what?
Back
the
to
trailer.
Sabrina.
Back to this thing.
Chilling Adventures
So
of
it was
Sabrina,
a
whatever the fuck
movie
it's
on
called.
Showtime,
Yes.
and then a TV show on TGIF for kids. Because I imagine if it was a movie on Showtime, it was
was
not
like-
for kids.
I watched it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I watched it after
the movie.
in middle school. I watched the movie in middle school after I'd watched all of Sabrina.
And then after the TV show, it was a series of comics that were significantly darker.
No. The comics came before. The comics.
But that's the Archie Comics.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're part of the Archie Comics series.
Right. So it was Archie Comics,
And
adaptation
Casper.
for a movie, then the TV
Yeah,
series,
because it was like.
and then a darker series of comics, and then
Yeah.
this new series.
I don't know the order of when they all came out. I just know that there was an Archie series of comics that had Archie universe, it was an Archie universe of comics that had Archie, Sabrina, and Casper were more in kind of their own little world, but they were all, I think, under the same umbrella. They're old because I remember reading
What's old?
the Sabrina and Casper comics.
Okay, yeah, but the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina
is fairly
is a new comic book series. It's part of Archie, the Archie horror imprint
Yeah.
of Archie Comics,
Okay.
and that started in 2014.
Okay,
Okay.
so they are relatively new, which
Yeah.
I had only heard about them when I was searching for images for a thumbnail for a reaction video that I did a couple weeks ago. So that's the only reason I knew that it was based off the comic book series.
Yeah.
But the thing that really excites me about this is that it is produced by the same producers of Riverdale. I have a feeling that even though I'm not a huge drama TV show fan, I haven't been since high school when I watched Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
This, I feel like, is going to be super fun. It's going to be super intense because it has nothing to do with the Sabrina with Melissa Joan Hart.
Well, yeah, the ABC series.
Right.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. It's going to be totally different.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good. It
Yeah.
seems like it's got a pretty good blend of like weird, creepy horror stuff, but also like some like lighthearted fun stuff. Not like fun stuff, but at least funnier comic moments. Well, at least in the trailer that we.
The opening line of the trailer, like the full trailer that is announcing like the date and kind of giving you more of a backstory than the teaser. Yeah. The opening line is "They're coming to get you, Barbara," which is the most iconic line in horror movie history. So I'm like, you got me right there. Yeah. I'm sold. That's one of my favorite movies is Night of the Living Dead. And I'm just like, you got me.
Well, you know what's funny? The teaser kind of put me in mind of, do either of you remember, it was maybe five or 6 years ago, there was a reboot of the Munsters called 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Do you remember this?
No. I vaguely remember something, and I heard it.
I remember
a
reboot of the Munsters.
Be, like, awful,
but it was a family of monsters. The dad was Frankenstein, mom was a vampire, kid was a werewolf, grandpa
made no sense.
Yeah, it made.
I mean, I know the like the theory of monsters, like what the lore of it.
Well, anyway, so there was
the academic theory of the monsters.
Yes. I quite understand the monsters. Okay, so don't lecture me. Okay, but. The new series was created by Brian Fuller of Hannibal and Pushing Daisies fame, and it's directed by Bryan Singer, starring Jerry O'Connell as Herman.
I vaguely remember
Eddie
this.
Izzard was Grandpa. Portia de Rossi was Lily.
Okay, you're bringing it back. Yeah. I never watched it, but I remember hearing about it.
But it was basically like Dexter meets Modern Family. It was darkly funny.
Yeah.
And there were points where it was even like brutally funny.
Yeah.
And it was beautifully shot by Guillermo Navarro. But anyway, that's what this new Sabrina kind of reminds me of. It's like this new, much darker, much more serious take on a originally very lighthearted property.
That's kind of the way I see this. It's like there looks like there are going to be some funny parts, but it also looks like it's going to be super creepy, super scary. And you guys know that I am not a huge fan of horror movies. No. My extended
You love horror movies. Wait a minute, what?
No, but she's a little fan in that she's not very big as a person.
Yeah, I'm like a 2-inch tall person. You guys are learning so much about me. You can't see me, but
Amy is tiny.
I'm tiny.
She's not tiny. She's from the Midwest.
They're growing big out there.
Yeah, they do.
But where was I going with that? The extent of my horror, like growing up, the extent of my horror was Hocus Pocus. So it was like, this looks too scary to me, but I have been opening up.
So yeah, Sabrina, I'm excited for it.
I am too. I will probably be watching it that whole weekend.
And it just looks like a good, Halloween, just to set the mood for
I've been wanting that.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch horror movies. Starting in October. I haven't really started, but I'm going to get on that.
It's hard for me because my girlfriend, as little a fan of Amy is of horror films, my girlfriend is like a zero fan of horror films.
Yeah, so I don't see her liking.
Yeah, so if I want to watch something that's Halloweenish or scarier, I have to go into another room.
Yeah, because you said she hasn't even seen Hocus Pocus.
No, which was a shock because
that is pretty
she
strange.
would love it.
She's a huge Disney fan, right?
She is. Yeah. She's a huge Disney fan, and she would like it. And I think she is. I mean, it's a delightful film. I know, Johnny, you have
some thoughts.
You have thoughts.
It's we'll get to them.
I mean, I feel like that's a good segue into
talking about this.
All right.
So, Hocus Pocus, it was released in 1993, directed by Kenny Ortega, the Lord Master of all of my favorite Disney Channel original movies.
Oh, really?
Gross.
Yes, I will get into that when we talk about the movie later on.
Okay.
It stars Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy.
Yep.
With cameos from the beloved Gary and Penny Marshall.
Yes.
Quick little rundown of the movie. It's after moving to Salem, Massachusetts, teenager Max Dennison. Max.
Why
did I say Max? Max Dennison, played by Omri Katz, explores an abandoned house with a sister Danny, played by Thora Birch. And
baby Thora Birch.
Yes. Ghost World. And their new friend Allison, Vanessa Shaw, who played by Vanessa Shaw. After dismissing a story Allison tells as a superstitious... Okay, Google. After dismissing a story Allison tells as superstitious, Max accidentally frees a coven of evil witches who used to live in the house.
Don't you hate it when you do that? I hate it when that happens.
Now, with the help of a magical cat, the kids must steal the witch's book of spells to stop them from becoming immortal.
Boom. All right, that's the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's fight.
So, what did you two think of this movie from your childhood? Like, what do you remember of it?
Like what I remembered, like watching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember liking it as a kid. I remember it would come on a lot around Halloween time on ABC. That's the only time I ever like watched it. You know. And I liked it. Really wasn't. I was like you, in that I wasn't allowed to. My mom's like super Catholic, was not into horror at all. So I feel like if you're super religious and you don't have anybody older than you to like show you like shit, like you just miss out on stuff. So Halloween was like I never watched like actual horror movies, and so this was like one of the closest. Like it's not a horror movie, but it was like spooky in nature, like and it was okay. I found that I liked it. It was fine. It does surprise me though.
You liked it then, or you liked it now?
I liked it then.
Yeah.
I remember liking the movie and being like, "Oh, Hocus Pocus is on. It's like Halloween time." It got me in the mood for Halloween or whatever. I do remember having a crush on Allison.
Yeah.
The actress that played.
See, now I have the other side of that where when
you had a crush on Allison too.
No.
Allison had a crush on you.
Yes.
She had a crush on Binx in cat form.
Well, yeah.
Well, I was going to say I had a major crush on Max and human Thackery Binx.
Sure.
See, oddly enough, I remember thinking like Allison, but also Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker. I'm going to go on record and say
super cute in that movie.
That's the best she's ever looked. So I remember liking it, enjoying the film. I hadn't seen it in a really long time. I do think it's a little strange. I guess maybe now because it's like the anniversary? 25th anniversary. Yeah. But it's since I've in the last couple of years I've seen it, like a resurgence of its popularity like around Halloween time, and a lot of people are like, Hocus Pocus. Like, I have friends that have like posters of it, like of the movie on their walls. And like, it's a strange thing to me because I remember being like, oh, yeah, this was good or whatever. It was
like
fine.
A periphery movie for you.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, but like I never had like a devotion or a following or like and I wasn't like a fan of it. I just like enjoyed it just fine. Yeah, that was my extent to it.
See, what about you? So now me, you said the movie came out in 93?
93.
So you two were 3 years old when it came out. Yeah. I was 8 years old when it came out.
So you went and saw it in theaters.
I saw it in theaters. My grandma took me, and I remember really enjoying it. And it's funny because the two strongest recollections I have was Sarah Jessica Parker, very cute. As like an 8-year-old, I was beginning to feel funny things.
Get the warm and fuzzies.
Yeah. So that's what I remember from my childhood. And also always enjoying it, but never. I don't think I ever owned it until last year when I bought it on Blu-ray. Because it was just I was at Target and there it was, and I was like, oh, I'll have that.
Yeah. See, I never occurred to me to to be like, oh, I'm gonna own this. Yeah. Like I need to see. I need to have this.
It was always on when I wanted to see it.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. You guys have kind of like, oh, I just watched this when I was younger, kind of things.
You have a Hocus Pocus tattoo.
I do.
You do?
No, I wish. I love Hocus Pocus.
I can see you getting a Hocus Pocus. That's what
I can see it.
Okay, but yeah, I would watch Hocus Pocus every single year. I still, to this very year, like I watch it every year around Halloween. It like instead of like because one of my parents would take my sisters out when I was younger. I would stay home. I was like, I don't want to give out candy. I don't like little kids. So I'm going to hide in my room and watch Hocus Pocus.
That makes perfect sense that you would do that.
And then you do that now.
Yeah.
As a grown person.
Yeah, I just close my blinds, turn all my lights off, and just sit huddled around my computer watching Hocus Pocus so no kids come knock on my apartment door. The reason I think that this is one of my favorite Halloween movies, is because it's got two of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Witches and cats.
When are they going to remake Hocus Pocus? That's the real question.
Well, I got that book.
That's true. Amy has a book.
But it's a shitty book.
I had forgotten the one like legitimate jump scare in that movie when they think the witches are dead and they're in Max's bedroom and they think his Danny, his sister,
is in the bed and Sarah Jessica Parker.
And that's like a good bit. Yeah. I remember actually being scared in the theater.
Yeah, like, and then like she jumps out and then there's another like mini jump scare when they come out of the closet.
Yeah. But like I remember that, and I was kind of I was remembering that watching it again recently, and I did appreciate as a history fan that this movie was historically accurate in terms of what happened to witches in North America. We did hang them. They
Yeah,
were burned
which-
in Europe.
Thinking, like, most of the time when I watch this movie, it's kind of just, like, playing on
Yeah.
a loop in the background.
Because you've seen it so many times.
Yeah, and
So it's
ABC, whatever ABC Family's called now, Freeform, plays it on Halloween Day, I think, at least 3 times in a row. At least they did last year.
Yeah.
But something that I noticed this watch around is, it's like, I know that there was a hanging in this, but at the same time I was just like, it surprised me. There's a hanging in a Disney movie.
Yeah, 3 hangings. There are 3 hangings, and then they also burn them alive.
Yeah.
and then you've got a William Butcherson, who's essentially a zombie.
But
Definitely.
Max looks like he's 15, maybe. He looks really young.
He's carrying around a lighter though.
Well, he gets that lighter when they get to the Sanderson house.
That is true.
Oh, that's true. That's right. But you see, he opens it with a flourish, like he runs it across his
Which
pants.
I always thought was super cool.
I thought it was super cool when I was watching that, and I was like, I wonder if I could do that. Nah, I just set my pants on fire.
I actually have done that, but I don't remember.
You definitely did that while you were drunk and set your pants on fire.
My pants did not catch on fire, but I did light my lighter.
That's pretty cool.
It is. And I kind of remember that. Like when I saw it again, I was like, oh, because I remember seeing that move in a movie.
Yeah.
It might not have been this one. It might have been like I'm sure it's been
Oh, he
done in
probably
other
got that
movies.
from some 80s movie.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I do remember like when I rewatched it, I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. I just feel like that's not what a freshman knows how to do.
I don't know.
Kids
Joe,
these days.
Joe, he grew up in LA.
That is true.
Well, I grew up in LA adjacent, and I was 8.
But Joe, you're also a nerd.
Yeah.
That is true.
And he's wearing. Okay, so here's another fun fact for you guys.
All right.
Fact.
The
May or
doodle-
may not be true.
The doodle. No, this is from IMDb.
Yeah.
The doodle that
The
he is
source.
drawing. Yes. Well, you can even go back to the movie and watch it. The
Yeah.
doodle that he is drawing in class when the teacher's telling the story, it's a pot leaf that says Grateful Dead on it.
Is it really?
Yes.
I feel like I must have been like looking away.
You don't really see very much of it. It's
Really?
it's like in the far bottom right corner because it's mostly focused on Max with Allison in the background.
Well, I was listening to the Grateful Dead when I was 8.
Hell yeah. I don't listen to Grateful Dead now.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah. Well, I do.
But you're right about the sex, like
the sex bits are like very
with the
strange.
bus driver.
The bus driver
Yeah.
thing is
And
like
it was-
really. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
very
it's going to
weird.
take me a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm just like, and they talk about like Allison's boobs.
Yeah.
Yabos.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
the one
Which
thing
I
that
was like-
always weirds me out is when Thor Birch comes out of the closet, like when she scares him,
Uh-huh.
and she lays on the bed. She's like, "I'm Allison. Ooh, kiss me." And I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
why are you doing that to your brother?
That is a little strange.
And then there's like the Madonna joke with the
Oh, yeah,
mom's
yeah.
costume, and
she's
she's
like,
like
"Don't you-"
motioning to the pointy, breastplate she's got on. And then, it's funny when I was watching it, my girlfriend came in the last like 20 minutes. She's like, "What you watching?"
Yeah.
And she got to the bit where Thackery Binx was like a ghost and like saying goodbye,
Ghost
and
boy.
she
Human
was like,
Thackeray.
"What?"
Human Thackeray.
Yeah, human Thackeray, and
Is his
and
name Thackeray?
Thackeray?
not Zachary, Thackeray. Yeah.
Ugh, God.
But anyway, so my girlfriend was like, "Oh, it's like Casper," and I was like, "Yeah, actually, I guess so," because it was
I
kind
mean,
of
he's a friendly
Yeah.
ghost.
he's a friendly ghost,
Yeah,
and
but it's not Devon Sawa.
no, but he's still like a handsome dude who's appearing in a semi-translucent form,
in
Yeah.
an ethereal state.
Yes.
Can I just point
Yeah.
out? I do
Yeah.
have. I did notice like something. I guess it's a plot hole. I don't fucking know.
Oh,
what it's
probably
called.
is.
Oh.
These Disney movies, I have a lot to say about the fact, like, watching Disney movies now, but
Yeah.
it is definitely, there is plot holes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It was just. It was in the beginning with Thackeray.
Don't hurt yourself.
I know, right? It's hard. When he is, he follows the witches and to the house or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And they make the potion. They're gonna make her drink it.
Yeah.
And he stops them.
Yeah.
And then she becomes like a ghost thing, anyways. She never drinks the potion.
No,
No,
the little sister,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
no, they do. She does
She
drink
does
it.
drink it.
She doesn't. I rewound it twice. I went back and I rewound it twice, and this is what happens. This is the sequence. They have it. They're going. They
Yeah.
get her mouth, and he goes no. And then they stop. They turn around. Bette Midler's got the spoon.
Yeah.
And then she starts like trying to poke him with the spoon.
Yeah.
And then they're like around the
tips
cauldron,
yeah.
which by the way is hot, right?
Yeah.
Super hot. That is cast iron. I thought about that too.
Yeah, and then but it's fine.
It's not the first time. It's not the only time they do that in this movie.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But then he like tips the cauldron over, and all the stuff spills out.
Yeah.
And then it cuts from that to her being like a ghost person.
Yeah.
And she never drinks the potion.
And they don't do that like sucking in thing.
Yeah,
to,
they
like,
do.
to get the spirits?
Yeah, they do.
They do. They do that part.
Because
But I'm
she'd have
saying
to get younger.
they never. She never like they attempt to do it, and then he stops them, and he like reveals that he's like there, and he's like no, and then he like they get into like a little tussle or whatever. And I rewound it twice because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did I miss it?
Yeah.
Like, and then I went back, and then never at a point did she actually drink the potion.
Huh.
Interesting.
And I was like,
I'm going to have to rewind it and check it out.
No, it was, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure I rewound it twice, and I didn't see any instance where she actually drank the potion. It was just like he tips the cauldron over, and she's already. And I was like, oh, well, maybe like splash on her or something.
Yeah.
But no, she's just
I
already
think
ghost form.
You have to ingest it for it to take effect.
Right, because Max does. Like when he drinks it.
Yeah.
That's.
So I thought I was like, oh, like, did they cut that part out? Was there a part where
it could be like script supervisor error.
Or maybe it was just like edited pacing wise,
Yeah.
Could have been.
Yeah.
But cool. I also have some interesting facts about Thackery Binx, both human and cat.
All right.
Okay.
Spill.
So
Temba, his arms wide.
Okay, the human Thackery Binx, that is not his real voice. For consistency's sake, they had the same person who voiced the cat Thackery Binx, ADR, the voice for the human.
Really?
Yes.
That seems needlessly complicated.
Yes.
Yeah, why not just get an actor that can do both?
Well, yeah.
Get yourself an actor that can do both.
Because it was voiced by Jason Marsden.
I know. Why do I know Jason Marsden?
He was Nelson in Full House.
Nope.
Max from the Goofy movie. And he is known for a shit ton of other VO work, namely in a bunch of episodes of the new DuckTales. Well, like most recently, I guess I should say.
That's cool.
But yeah, for consistency, because I guess maybe the original, like the human Thackeray, they did his stuff before they did the cat stuff.
Right.
And he's from New Jersey.
Or maybe he just wasn't a great voice actor. That's like, even if you're a really good regular actor.
Maybe he just couldn't do the British accent that James Marsden, I think, did horribly. Jason. I keep saying James Marsden.
Right, totally
it's
different.
Jason Marsden.
See, the thing though about Binx is both human and cat is I didn't feel that it was a British accent. It wasn't trying to be. It was like just an old-timey accent.
Yeah.
And so I didn't feel like it came up short because I felt like it wasn't trying to be an English, like a proper English accent.
Yeah.
It was just a tinged.
With this one, and it's just with most movies from this time, everyone is overacting. Like for a lot of kids' movies, everyone just kind of overacts.
Oh, I mean,
and the accent just felt a little overacted. And the human Thackeray's performance felt very overacted to me.
I mean, you want to talk about overacting, fucking Bette Midler.
Well,
but she is
Bette
eating
Midler
up that scenery.
queen.
Like she is chewing
queen.
that movie up.
God, some of that stuff is just. I was like, oh God, I fucking hate this. Like it's just so. I don't know. It was not endearing to me.
Bette is also a stage actress.
Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah, and that's what you do on the stage.
I get that.
But she's not on the stage. I don't think she's a good actress, and she does not like that in every film.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I was just like the over the topness of it. It wasn't charming to me. Maybe it could when I first saw it, maybe.
Yeah.
But when on rewatching it, I was like, I'm annoyed. Like just move forward. Like let's stop doing. I don't know. But then again, it's not. It's not.
I felt like she knew. I agree, she was overacting, but I think she was chewing up that scenery on purpose.
Oh, I know it was on purpose. Like it wasn't like that's she was like misunderstood the role or anything like that.
Right.
I just didn't find it entertaining or charming I didn't like it.
Right.
Right.
You know?
I do feel it suits the film though. Like she knows.
It does, but that's kind of it's kind of my problem with the film is that
Yeah.
it is. I know that is what it's supposed to be.
Right.
You know.
Right. It's not like they failed to make a movie and
No,
then they made
yeah,
this.
yeah.
They knew what kind of movie they were
Yeah,
making
exactly.
and they did it.
And
but-
like overall, I'm just like no, like it's not as fun
yeah.
for me. It was just more tedious. Like just get on with it.
I definitely see that. I agree, but it didn't bother me. I guess you know what I mean.
Yeah, no. I mean, and I get it because that is the movie. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that is the tone. I think it hit the tone pretty well. You know that is, but
Yeah.
like the tone is wrong for me.
Yeah. I
Now
get
as
that.
an
I
adult
get
watching
that.
this, I'm just
Yeah.
like,
As a grown man
Yeah.
watching this movie.
So I have a counterpoint to, well, I guess not necessarily a counterpoint, but a counter offer to Bette Midler being Winifred. Cloris Leachman. She was their first choice.
Really?
That would have been
Winifred
interesting.
Sanderson.
wow.
Huh. But like in Young Frankenstein, it's a comedy, but
Yeah.
she herself is this like joyless, humorless, you know, sort of a soured person, you know. And so
Yeah.
like I could see her playing that almost. And but you know, in the fittingly in this movie. But I can't see her. Like, does it say who else was thought to be cast? Because I can't see
No,
Cloris
that was the
Leachman with
only
Sarah
one.
Jessica
That
Parker
was
and
her-
Kathy and Jimmy.
well,
Like those.
okay,
Yeah,
so
that
here
would
is-
be a
weird.
combo.
Here
Doesn't
is the
really,
alternate casting for the three sisters and Max.
Okay.
Okay, so we got Cloris Leachman
Yeah.
playing Winifred.
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell as Mary.
I
but,
can see that.
But
Yeah.
she didn't want to play a scary witch.
She's
That's
not
her
that.
reason for not doing it.
That wasn't a scary witch.
And then
No.
for Sarah.
Especially of the three of them, it was the
Yeah.
least scary witch.
And then for Sarah,
Yeah.
get this, Jennifer Lopez.
What?
that would have been some progressive casting.
That
in
would have been.
19
It would have looked
Latina
so,
witches.
so weird
Bruja,
next
she'd
to
be the only
Cloris
Bruja.
Leachman
That would have
and
been-
Rosie O'Donnell.
That would have been really weird.
Yeah.
And this one for Max is a relatively well-known casting. Leonardo DiCaprio.
No.
I would have died because you guys know I'm a huge Leonardo DiCaprio fan. I
You
love
are.
Leo.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We've never talked about him ever.
Never.
I've never heard you speak his name.
But he turned it down
Until just now.
Yeah.
to be Gilbert Grape.
What a mistake. This is the role that could have made him. Now who is he?
Yeah.
What's
no.
he doing now? Boy, Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. But it's just
It's still a fun movie, though. I still enjoy
Honestly,
it. Like,
my closing thoughts on
Yeah.
that is that ultimately it's not my favorite movie.
No.
It's nowhere near close to a favorite Halloween movie, but I get its appeal in that it's nostalgia.
Yeah.
I think all of it comes from the fact that it would constantly run on TV, cable, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a
on
safe
Halloween.
movie.
It is.
Yeah.
There's no, it's a Disney movie. It's one that you could watch as a young kid and then continue watching it as you
Yeah.
grow older.
Yeah.
yeah, so I think my defense for why I love this movie so much is because I watched it so much as a kid.
Yeah.
Because it was one of the very few scary quote unquote movies that I could watch as a
spooky,
kid. And it's just
It was
the
fun.
nostalgia.
Yeah,
The
well, it was
nostalgia
fun.
of it.
I mean, 'cause
literally
you-
the
you-
name of our podcast.
You had fun watching it
Yeah.
as a kid. Yeah, so like I don't. It's okay.
And
Like,
I
it's
mean,
not,
I would say it's my favorite Halloween movie.
I wouldn't say it's a
the-
good movie.
No, I never said it was a good movie.
Yeah,
I said
well,
it's
it's-
a fun movie.
Sure, why not?
And it's my favorite Halloween movie that is like themed towards kids. If I were to say like my favorite scary Halloween movie would 100% be like legitimately the Halloween.
No, I mean, yeah, that's a horror movie.
Yeah, like a scary movie.
Yeah.
If I were to say my favorite movie set on Halloween that is scary, it would be like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know, I've never seen Trick or Treat, but I went through the maze at Halloween Horror Nights and it was fun.
Yeah. It's funny. I would say, for me, closing thoughts is it's a movie that I think I would probably enjoy it just fine if I was watching it now, like coming to it now for the first time. I don't think I'd
Really?
like it as much as I do having
Seen it as a-
much closer.
But you would still
relationship with
like it if you were your girlfriend,
Yeah.
and you hadn't seen it,
Yeah.
and you watched it, somebody was like, "Oh, watch it," and then you watched it.
I watched it and I'd be like,
would you have enjoyed it?
that was fun. That was an okay hour and a half of my time to get me in the mood for Halloween.
Yeah, I'd be the opposite. I'd be like, I don't think I could actually watch it all the way through without making fun of it, like, audibly.
Well,
like,
see, that's the thing is, I would love to do like a drinking game or something with this. I don't know what
Amy
we
and her drinking.
you really need to stop, all right?
Like
It's
right
causing-
now, she's drinking right now.
causing a
Sorry,
problem.
guys.
She's
I'm
got
sorry.
She's got
I
two
have
different alcohols that she's drinking at the same time.
Addiction.
alcohols.
It's okay. I'm
how
trying
you
to work
don't-
through it.
That's how much you don't drink. Where you're just like, she's got two different alcohols.
She's on the alcohol.
She's been smoking that alcohol all day.
She's been snorting it, and
It's
just
really
going
getting
straight
to her.
into her veins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shooting it up.
Oh, Joe.
All right. Well,
Well,
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
It's all just a bit of Hocus Pocus.
God, I hated that. Oh, God.
Okay, so I guess to wrap this up, Johnny didn't like it. Well,
It's not that I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie. No, I didn't like it. I mean, it's okay. Not for me, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's fair.
Joe enjoyed it.
I did. I enjoyed it.
I had such a nostalgic connection to it. I can find flaws in it. I can see the
Oh
flaws
yeah,
in it.
absolutely.
But I will still be watching this every Halloween. I don't care.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
too fun.
Me
It's
too.
too fun.
Yeah.
So
And I look forward to showing it to my girlfriend. 'Cause
Yeah,
I think she
and the
would.
dogs.
And the dogs. Well, the dogs watched it with me.
Okay.
They're good. They're
okay. Well, then they'll love to watch it again. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I look forward to not seeing this movie until the next podcast a decade from now.
So, guys, don't forget to be kind and rewind.
Oh. All right.
What are we rewinding?
Back it up.